Bye, officer. Thanks. Directly outside, a black Buick waited, its engine sighing quietly. They climbed in. Bond's 2 light suitcases were in front, next to the driver. Bond couldn't imagine how they'd been extracted so quickly from the mound of passengers' luggage he had seen only minutes before being trolleyed over to customs. "Okay, Grady, let's go." Bond sank back luxuriously as the big limousine surged forward, slipping quickly into top through the Dynaflow gears. He turned to Halloran. "Well, that's certainly one of the reddest carpets I've ever seen. I expected to be at least an hour getting through immigration. Who laid it on? I'm not used to VIP treatment. Anyway, thanks very much for your part in it all." "You're very welcome, Mr. Bond." Halloran smiled and offered him a cigarette from a fresh pack of Luckies. "We want to make your stay comfortable. Anything you want, just say so and it's yours. You've got some good friends in Washington. I don't myself know why you're here, but it seems the authorities are keen that you should be a privileged guest of the government. It's my job to see you get to your hotel as quickly and as comfortably as possible, and then I'll hand over and be on my way. May I have your passport a moment, please?" Bond gave it to him. Halloran opened a briefcase on the seat beside him and took out a heavy metal stamp. He turned the pages of Bond's passport until he came to the U.S. visa, stamped it, scribbled his signature over the dark blue circle of the Department of Justice cipher, and gave it back to him. Then he took out his pocketbook and extracted a thick white envelope, which he gave to Bond. "There's $1,000 in there, Mr. Bond." He held up his hand as Bond started to speak, "And it's communist money we took in the Schmidt-Kineskey Hall. We're using it back at them, and you are asked to cooperate and spend this in any way you like on your present assignment. I am advised that it will be considered a very unfriendly act if you refuse. Let's please say no more about it, and," he added, as Bond continued to hold the envelope dubiously in his hand, "I am also to say that the disposal of this money through your hands has the knowledge and approval of your own chief." Bond eyed him narrowly, and then grinned. He put the envelope away in his note-case. "All right," he said, "and thanks. I'll try and spend it where it does most harm. I'm glad to have some working capital. It's certainly good to know it's been provided by the opposition." "Fine," said Halloran. "And now, if you'll forgive me, I'll just write up my notes for the report I'll have to put in. Have to remember to get a letter of thanks sent to Immigration and Customs and so forth for their cooperation. Routine." "Go ahead," said Bond. He was glad to keep silent and gaze out at his first sight of America since the war. It was no waste of time to start picking up the American idiom again. The advertisements, the new car models, and the prices of second-hand ones in the used car lots. The exotic pungency of the road signs. Soft shoulders, sharp curves, squeeze ahead, slippery when wet. The standard of driving, the number of women at the wheel, their menfolk docilely beside them. The men's clothes, the way the women were doing their hair, the civil defense warnings. In case of enemy attack, keep moving, get off bridge. The thick rash of television aerials, and the impact of TV on hoardings and shop windows. The occasional helicopter. The public appeals for cancer and polio funds. The March of Dimes. All the small, fleeting impressions that were as important to his trade as our broken bark and bent twigs to the trapper in the jungle. The driver chose the Triborough Bridge, and they soared across the breathtaking span into the heart of uptown Manhattan, the beautiful prospect of New York hastening towards them, until they were down amongst the hooting, teeming, petrol-smelling roots of the stressed concrete jungle. Bond turned to his companion. "I hate to say it," he said, "but this must be the fattest atomic bomb target on the..."